Shalam Christ. Shalam. United Christ. Begging you with these words, the Bible.
United in Christ. We out here with this Bible. This is the Sabbath day, right? The brother brought out the lesson. The Lord created the earth in 6 days. On the seventh day, he rested. So this is the perfect day to come out and teach the Bible and teach the word of the Most High on his day, right? Today, we're picking up a lesson out of Psalms. Psalm 78:1. On this side, give me Isaiah 51.
Psalms 78:1. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth.
Yeah, the Lord said, give ear unto his law, and incline your ears to the words of his mouth. And we got to understand that the world right now is in a jacked up situation. The world right now, the Lord he's turning it upside down. And who are you going to listen to right now? You know, who are you going to take counsel from? The Lord said to hear his words, hear his law, right? You can't just sit up here and listen to Dr. Fauci and CDC. Some people, they waiting every day to hear what he's going to say next on the next variant or the next vaccine you got to take or the next booster shot. You know what I mean? People, they turn on the TV every day trying to hear, you know, what Biden's going to say about Afghanistan and what's going on in there, if that's going to be the third world war. But brothers and sisters, they don't want to listen to their brothers that's coming out with the word of the Lord and with this Bible. They don't want to hear us, but they want to hear them, right? Read that again, huh?
Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth.
All the answers are right here in the Bible. All the answers are right here into the Bible. According to all the plagues, according to all the wars, the Lord, he told us about these things before they happened. All the answers are here in the Bible, but brothers and sisters, they act like they don't got time to hear the Bible, right? They sit at home, they'll listen to music, watch the TV for hours and hours listening to that. But you can't break off no time to hear the word of the Most High and hear these prophecies so that you can be right, saying that the world is being turned upside down, right? Read that one more time, Mark, and then pick up what you got.
Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 1. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness.
Yeah, the Lord say, listen, brothers and sisters that want to know righteousness, brothers and sisters that want to get themselves right, the Lord say you got to listen. Nobody knows it all. Nobody comes out the womb knowing how to live their life, right? And what's good and what's evil and all these things. The Lord said you got to listen. You got to sit down and humble and bow down and incline your ears sometimes so that you can get yourself right, right? Read it out.
Isaiah 51, verse 1. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence ye were hewn.
Yeah, man, if you seeking the Lord, if you trying to find righteousness, the Lord said you got to look to the rock from which you was hewn. You got to look to your origins. You got to look back to the beginning, right? Read on.
And to the hole of the pit which you are digged.
Yeah, man, you got to look back to the pit, the hole that you came out of, the hole that the Lord pulled you out of. You got to go back and find out where you came from. Where's your origins? Where did this thing start? Right? Read that verse again, huh?
Verse 1. Hearken to me, ye that follow after righteousness, ye that seek the Lord. Look unto the rock whence you are hewn, and to the hole of the pit whence you are digged.
Yeah, man, if you're trying to listen to the Lord, if you're trying to find the Lord said you got to look back to the pit from which you was dug. You got to look back to the beginning. Read down.
Look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you.
Yeah, you got to check out Abraham and Isaac. You got to check out Abraham and Isaac and the things that he did, right? You got to check out Jacob, our father Israel, and the things that they did. How did they survive in their times? They had enemies in ancient times just like we got enemies today. And by watching what our forefathers did, we're going to understand how to get out of the problems that we're in today. So the Lord said you got to look back to the rock from which you was hewn. You got to look to that pit that you was digged out of. You got to look back to Abraham, and you got to look back to Sarah, right? Read down.
Look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you. For I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. For the Lord shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places. He will make her wilderness like Eden, in a desert like the garden of the Lord.
Yeah, but you got to be like Abraham. Abraham was a righteous brother. He was considered faithful. He left everything that he knew, and he followed the Lord. And because he believed the Lord counted that to him for righteousness. Right? Read down to 7. Huh?
Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation.
Yeah, the Lord said you got to listen. The Lord said he got rest waiting for you. The Lord said he's going to deliver us out of America and all these things. But first you got to pay attention. You got to get to know. You got to walk in his ways so that the Lord could give you these blessings, so that the Lord could bring you back to your own land. Right? Read down.
Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation. For a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people.
Yeah, the Lord said he's supposed to hearken unto this law. But people listen to everybody else. Right? You listen again to Dr. Fauci, you listen to CDC, you listen to Jay-Z, you listen to the baby, you listen to all these people, and then you try to pattern your life after them. You try to live their life after them. Just because Jay-Z became a millionaire starting off selling drugs and all these things, that don't mean that you go on the street and go sell drugs now. You're not gonna, it doesn't mean you're gonna turn out like Jay-Z. But what the Lord is saying here is you're supposed to follow the ways of your forefathers. Follow your ways of Abraham and Isaac. Stop following men. Stop following man in the earth, thinking that that's going to get you right, or that's going to save you. Right? Read down.
My righteousness is near, my salvation is going forth, and my arm shall judge the people. The hour shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust.
Yeah, man, it's a patient zone. The Lord isn't going to turn everything over in one day in these things, but you gotta hold on. You gotta be patient, right? And listen, pay attention to what's going on in the world. Just don't walk in the world just chasing the things that you love. You only listen to the things that you like. You know what I mean? You only follow things that's going to give you money. You only follow things that's going to give you benefit. The Lord said you need to hear his law, right? Read down now.
This is verse 6. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath. For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment.
Yeah, the Lord said none of all these things are temporal. The earth, the white man's kingdom, his heaven that he got set up right now, none of these things are going to last forever. Although people believe in it. They trust in these things. They count on it every day that America's going to last. That they got the strongest army. They're going to beat everybody that come against them. Right? But it's not going to happen that way. Right? The Lord didn't set it up that way. Right? Read down.
And they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished.
See, this is what's going to be forever. Righteousness is forever. Right? Justice, peace, all these things are forever. America is not forever. Right? These things have an end. Right? These things are going to fall. But the Lord said he got a kingdom that he's setting up, and those things are going to last forever. Right? On this side, let me get Isaiah 55, read it 1 to 3. On this side, let me get Proverbs 8. Proverbs 8. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Isaiah 55 and 1. Hope.
3:7, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 7. Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness, the people in whose heart is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their revilings.
Read that again, huh?
Hearken unto me, ye that know righteousness.
Yeah, man, the Lord said the brothers and sisters that got the heart of righteousness, that got a mind for righteousness, the desire to be right, that desire to know the Creator, the desire to know the Most High, the Lord said this is what you need to hearken to. Right, read down.
The people in whose heart is my law.
Yeah, man, the people in whose heart is his law. The Lord said he was going to put his heart, his law in our inward parts. This is the new covenant, right? The Lord said he was going to put these things in us, that we was going to have a love for the Most High, that we was going to have a love for righteousness. Right, read down.
Fear ye not the reproach of men, neither be ye afraid of their revilings.
Yeah, man, don't be afraid of Dr. Fauci. Don't be afraid of the CDC. Don't be afraid of this idiot Biden that they got sitting in office. The Lord said don't fear the reproaches of men. Right? Pick up what you got on this side, huh?
Isaiah 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the water. And ye that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Yeah, the Lord said, listen to this thing. Come to this thing and be fed. Right? You could go to the churches. You're still thirsty. They're not giving you the truth. Right? You could go to college. They might give you some knowledge so you could go and get a job and all that. But at the end of the day, you're spiritually starving. You're spiritually thirsty. Right? Read that again, huh?
Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the water. And he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money.
So it's not for
without price.
everybody. This word is not for everybody. It's for the brothers and sisters that's thirsty for the spirit. That's thirsty for something more than what America got to offer you. You thirsty and you desire more than 401k and dental and medical benefits and all these things. You desire more than that, right? You desire to know the Lord. You desire to know your Creator. You desire to be saved out of this madness in America, right? Read down out.
Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
Yeah, man, you work every day. You buy all type of possessions. You buy big screen TVs. You buy cars. You buy houses. And the Lord said, you still not satisfied. You still not your thirst is still not quenched. Not everybody's like this. Some people, they get the carnal things and they done. They good, right? They got their portion in this life, in this world. But some brothers and sisters, they thirst for more, right? Read on.
Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fat.
Yeah, but you don't want to listen to a Negro. You rather go listen to the white man and him preach to you, right? You want to throw money at him. You want to listen to Joel Osteen. You want to listen to Joyce Myers. You want to listen to Joe Biden. But your own brother that come out of your own hood, your own neighborhood, and know these things, you don't want to hear them. You say, these Negroes don't know nothing. These Negroes is crazy. But the Lord's saying this is where the word is coming from, right? Read that again, huh?
Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat that which is good, right? And let your soul delight itself in fat.
Yeah, man, listen to this Bible. Listen to this word. Fine, you got pastime. You want to listen to music. You want to listen to all this garbage on the internet. But you got to break off some point in time to listen to this word, to digest this word, to get this word in you. That was the third verse, huh?
Incline your ear and come unto me.
Yeah, humble yourself. Don't think you know it all, or you do it by yourself. The Lord's saying, incline your ear. Listen, right? Don't daydream all the time. You know what I mean? Don't stay. I mean, the enemies, they do this purposely. They make sure you work 40 hours a week. You know what I mean? They make sure they want you to do overtime. They want to keep you distracted. They want to keep your mind on foolishness, on TV and all this stuff. They don't want you to hearken to this word, right? They do everything to keep you away from this. But the Lord is saying, this is what you need to hear. This is what you need to know. This is what you need to understand, right? Read that again now.
Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
Yeah, the Lord said, if you hear this, your soul is going to live. You listen to what America is telling you, you're going to die with America, right? Pick up what you got, the Proverbs.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Doeth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
These things cry out every day. There's wisdom every day. In the sun, in the moon, you know what I mean? In the earth, there's wisdom all around you, but our people don't pay attention, right? Read it out.
She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the faces of the path. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city.
And we see this from city to city, from town to town. You got Israelites standing up, they're crying out in the streets. You know what I mean? They tell you to repent and turn back to the Lord. But brothers and sisters, they don't listen. They walk right by. Right? Read on.
She crieth at the gate, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men.
Yeah, man, the Lord's saying his voice is directed to the sons of men. But brothers and sisters aren't paying attention. They're not listening. Right? Read on.
O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart.
Yeah, man, the only way a simple person can become wise, the only way a fool can get an understanding heart is to take heed to the laws and commandments and statutes of the Most High, and of the prophecies and the knowledge that was handed down by our forefathers. Right? Read down out.
This is verse 6. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things.
Yeah, man, if you listen and you really check out this Bible, this is some excellent things in this Bible. It's some excellent knowledge, right? It shows you who your friends are, who your enemies are, what to eat, what not to eat. You know what I mean? It shows you what to stand up for, what to step away from. If you check this Bible out with some excellent things, and if you apply them in your life, you see that these things work, right? Read on.
Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips.
Again, this is the Bible, man. The Bible is all truth, right? Check this. Read the Psalms 119 and 142. It's hard to find truth in the earth right now. Again, you go to the government, they lying to you. They covering things up. They got all type of conspiracies. You go to the churches, they lying to you. They telling you that Christ got white hair and blue eyes, and you're supposed to pray and humble yourself to this person. The only place you're going to find truth in the earth is through the Most High, through Christ, and through His Word. Read what you got out.
Psalm 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
Straight up and down. This is the only place you're going to find truth in the earth. Anywhere else is going to be watered down or it's going to be tampered with. Right? Pick up where you was at, and read down.
This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 6. I'm sorry, verse 8. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them.
Yeah, this is Solomon speaking. This is Solomon speaking because he's the one that wrote the book of Proverbs. And Solomon, he's speaking through the Spirit of the Most High. So it's not even Solomon's word. It's the Most High speaking through Solomon. And he's saying he's not going to put out anything that's going to be perverse or that's going to lead you in the wrong direction. Right? Read that one more time, huh?
All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understands it.
Yeah, these things are plain to brothers that got a spirit on them. These things are plain to the brothers and sisters that's thirsty for the truth. These things are simple, they're straightforward. But people that's ignorant, people that got all this other garbage in their head, that's in their mind, that's in their heart, they can't see these things, even though these things are very straightforward and plain. Right? Read that one more time, huh?
Verse 9. They are all plain to him that understand it, and right to them that fly knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choose gold.
Yeah, man, the Lord said it's better that you receive wisdom, knowledge, and understanding than silver and then gold. Why? Because you could get all this gold and all this silver like some of these athletes and these basketball players and blow that money. Because you don't got no wisdom to manage it or to use it, right? So the Lord's saying you're supposed to choose wisdom over silver and gold. Pick up what you got on this side, huh? Isaiah 51 and 5.
Isaiah 51. Isaiah 50 and 1. Thus saith the Lord, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement?
Yeah, the Lord said, where is the bill of your bill of your mother's divorcement? Or in other words, the Lord is saying that He hasn't divorced you. The Lord said He's still dealing with us as a nation of people. The problem is we divorced the Lord, right? We went chasing after other idols, after other religions, after other cultures, right? And we left off our own heritage. So the Lord is saying it's like we divorced Him, right? Read it.
Thus saith the Lord, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you?
Yeah, the Lord said He didn't sell you out. The Lord said He didn't get such a big bill that He had to sell us out and cast us off in these things. But the problem is us as a nation of people, we sold out the Lord, right? To get a white collar job, right? We sold out the Lord just to get a contract, a baseball contract, and now you want to play on the Sabbath and forget about the Lord, and you caught up in your career. The Lord said He didn't divorce us. The Lord said He didn't sell us out. But us as a people, we did these things to the Lord. Right? Read down.
Thus saith the Lord, where is the bill of your mother's divorcement, whom I have put away? Or which of my creditors is it to whom I have sold you? Behold, for your iniquities have you sold yourselves, for your transgressions, your mother put away.
Yeah, you sold yourself out. You sold yourself away when you stopped keeping the Sabbath day. You sold out the Lord when you stopped believing in the Lord and started calling yourself a Muslim and started calling yourself a Hindu. You know what I mean? You started calling yourself a Buddhist. Right? This is what separated you from our heavenly power. Read down out.
Wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer?
The Lord said He's calling. The Lord said wisdom cries in the streets at the opening of the gates. The Lord said wisdom is always crying out. Right? But the Lord said nobody's listening. Read that verse again out.
Wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer?
Yeah, man. We come out here and we put this word out every week, every Sabbath day. Right? But brothers don't want to listen to this. Again, they want to listen to Joe Biden. They want to listen to Jesse Jackson. This guy, Jesse Jackson, he took the shot and he still got the COVID virus. So what good is it? You know what I mean? Why are you still listening to them? Right? The Lord is saying this is what we need to hear. We need to hear His laws, His statutes, and commandments and apply these things. right? So these things can save us out of the situation. Because again, this world is being turned upside down, right? And people, they don't know what to do. They don't know where to run to. And they still don't want to hear the Lord. This is the time where you need to hear the Lord and to understand the prophecies and these plagues that the Lord told us was going to come. And understand how to hide from these things. Right? Read that one more time out.
Wherefore, when I came, was there no man? When I called, was there none to answer? Is my hand shortened at all that it cannot redeem? Or have I no power to deliver?
Yeah, these are rhetorical questions. The Lord's hand has not been shortened, you know what I mean, since the times of our ancestors till now. Right? The Lord, he's still all powerful, all knowing. Right? Read on.
Behold, at my rebuke I dry up the sea. I make the rivers a wilderness. Their fish stinketh because there is no water. They dieth for thirst.
The Lord can do these things, and he's done this thing in the past. He'll turn a fruitful land into a desert. He'll dry up all the water and turn that land into a desert, like our homeland, Jerusalem. It was a land flowing with milk and honey, and now it's a desert. You go to that land, you see Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord rained fire on that city. You go to that city now, it's a desert. Even the water is filled with salt. Read down.
I clothe the heavens with blackness, and I make sackcloth their covering. Verse 4. The Lord
do that. It's the Lord that darkened up the heavens, just like a few weeks ago, that weak hurricane we had. It's the Lord that do that too. The Lord sent a hurricane out of his treasures and whirlwinds and dry up the seas. It's the Lord that got the power to do that, right? Read down.
I clothe the heavens with blackness, and I make sackcloth their covering. The Lord power hath given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary.
Yeah, that's what the Lord do. If you listen, if you apply these things, if you build yourself up in it, the Lord says he's going to give you the tongue of the learned. So now you can go to your brother that's beat down, that's drunken, that's lost, and that's weary, and you could give him some words of edification to build that brother up. Read that again, out.
The Lord power hath given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary.
This is what we want to do. We know our people is weary. We know our people is thirsty. And we want to feed our people. We want to water our people. We want to encourage our people. We want to build our people up. We want our people to know that we're the chosen of the Lord. That you're the sons and daughters of the living power. We want our people to know these things. Right? Read down.
He wakeneth morning by morning. He wakeneth mine ear to hear as the learned.
Yeah, every day. Every day you got to hear the Lord. You got to listen to the Lord. You can't just listen to what you want to listen to or what's going to benefit you or what's going to profit you financially, these things. Sometimes you got to hear things that's against you, but it's going to get you right? You might hear some things in the Bible that hurt. They say the truth hurts. Some of these things might hurt, but after you get through that pain, it's going to make you a better person, right? Read that again, now.
The Lord power has given me the tongue of the learned, that I should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. He wakeneth morning by morning. He wakeneth mine ears to hear as the learned. The Lord power hath opened mine ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back.
Yeah, don't be rebellious. If the Lord do open up your ear, if the Lord, because everybody got an ear, got two ears on their head or whatever, you know what I mean? But not everybody understands. Not everybody understands. So we want the Lord to open up our understanding so we could really know the Most High, so that we could really know Christ, right? And throw away all the garbage that we learned from religion. Read that again, out.
Isaiah 50:5. The Lord power hath opened my ears, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back.
Yeah, man, if the Lord open up your ears, don't be rebellious. Don't kick at the Lord and say that the Lord is off and I'm right. Don't try to justify yourself before the Creator, right? If the Lord open up your ear, don't be rebellious. If the Lord show you the truth, the Lord tell you who you are, the Lord guide you with his laws, commandments, and statutes, don't go back into the world. Don't go back into darkness and be ignorant and be comfortable and love being ignorant. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be your death. Right? Where you left off at? Read what you got. Read the Proverbs 22, 17 down to 21.
This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 17. Bow down thy ears and hear the words of the wise.
If this is what the Lord say, if it sound true to you, if it sound right to you, if you think these things can make you a better person, the Lord say you're supposed to bow down your ears to the wise. Who's the wise? You know what I mean? It's not the people that's sitting up in the college. That's just knowledge. You know what I mean? That's just information. Wisdom, it comes from the Most High. Wisdom is a spiritual thing. Christ is our wisdom, our knowledge, and our power. Right? Read down now.
Verse 17. Bow down thy ears and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge.
So it's not just about hearing the words of the wise. You know what I mean? Like a brother might tell you today's the Sabbath day. It's not just about hearing it and say, oh yeah, now I know it's the Sabbath day. You got to apply it. You got to start keeping the Sabbath day, right? Because you understand that this is a wise thing to do. This thing is going to give you life, right? Read that again.
Proverbs 22:17. Bow down thy ears and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. They shall withal be fitted in thy lips.
So this is what happened when you hear the words of the Most High and you use them. Eventually, it's going to become a part of you. It's going to be second nature. You know what I mean? You're not even going to think about it no more. You're just going to be walking in the Lord's ways. It's almost like when you learn how to ride a bike. At first, you need the training wheels. You know what I mean? You keep falling. So you got to wear the training wheels, right? But once you get them training wheels off, you got to this point where the words is fitted within your lips.
Right.
The Lord says it's going to be a part of you. Right? Read that again out.
This is verse 18. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. They shall withal be fitted in thy lips.
Yeah, man, this is a pleasant thing, man. Again, like the brother who was reading it earlier, the Lord says excellent things coming out this word. Brothers, they don't know these things because they don't study it. But it's a pleasant thing when you know who you are. It makes you walk a little bit straighter. It makes you walk a little bit taller. You know what I mean? It's a pleasant thing when you know you're doing right. You know what I mean? And the Lord is going to bless you. These things are fly, right? These things are flying than anything else going on in the earth. Right? Read on.
This is verse 19. That thy trust may be in the Lord.
Yeah, that you start to trust in the Lord. When you hear these things, you learn them, you apply them, and you see that these things work. You see that the so-called white man can't choke you no more. You know what I mean? You see that your enemies can't get over on you no more. The Lord said that it's a good feeling, right? Read down.
That thy trust may be in the Lord. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee. Have not I written to thee excellent things?
Yeah, again, it's excellent things in this Bible. It says this Bible, like they make it like it's a big time religious thing, but this thing is our history book, right? This thing, Brother Bo was bringing out Genesis earlier today, how the Lord made the heavens and the earth and the firmament and the waters. The brother was bringing that out earlier today. This is our history book, right? All the way from the beginning to what's going to happen to us now and what's coming down in the future, right? Read down.
This is verse 20. Have not I written to thee excellent things and counsels and knowledge, that I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth?
Yeah, that's why the Lord gave us these things, that we may know the truth, that we may know the certainty of truth. And again, to really understand these things, you got to apply them, and you got to walk in them, and then you're going to prove them, and then you're going to know for sure that this thing is right, and that the Lord is true and living. Right? Read on.
That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that sinneth unto thee.
So again, it's not for yourself. If the Lord gives you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the Lord put these things in your lips, it's not just for you. The Lord said you got to answer all that comes to you. All the brothers and sisters that don't know, that's in darkness, you know what I mean? The Lord said you got answers for them. You got answers for them. Right? That was 21? Read what you got on this side.
Ezekiel 2:10, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe.
So we're talking about the roll. In ancient times, they didn't write the Bible in books with a binder like this. They wrote them on rolls, and it was written within and without. It was written on both sides, right? And the brother said, you need to eat this thing. You need to eat this thing. You need to digest this thing and make this thing become a part of you. Read that verse again, huh?
And he spread it before me, and it was 8. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee.
Yeah, man. The Lord say if you hear and you understand, the Lord say don't be rebellious, but digest this word, eat it down, let it be a part of you. And don't be like your rebellious, hard-headed, rock-headed brothers and sisters. Right? The Lord said the Lord prophesied we was going to be like that, and that's how our people is. You can't tell a Negro nothing. You know what I mean? Hard-headed, rebellious. But the Lord said if you open up your ear, you need to listen. Right? Read down now.
And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a rule of a book was therein. Roll. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentation and mourning and woe.
That's why a lot of people don't like this Bible. Because what's written inside is lamentations, mourning, and woes. It talks about a lot of destructions. It talks about a lot of sorrows and all these things. But that's not all that's in here. The Lord, it also talks about life. It talks about peace. It talks about justice. It talks about truth and happiness and all these things also. But this is why a lot of people run from the Bible, because that's what they hear about it. All they talk about is destruction and doom and gloom. But it's more than the Bible than that. You just got to check it out for yourself. Right? Read down into the next chapter, 3 and 1.
Ezekiel 3 and 1, moreover he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Yeah, the Lord say, eat this Bible, digest this Bible, get to know this Bible, let these things be fitted within your lips, and then what? Then go and lift up your people. Go and let your people know too. Right? Read on.
So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweet. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them.
Yeah, the brother, he said he swallowed this word down, and it was in his mouth like honey for sweetness. Right? Because it's fly, again, to know who you are, know where you're going, to know your history, to know the Most High, to know that you're standing in the right. The Lord said these things are sweet as honey. It's sweeter than the honeycomb. Right? Read down.
But thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech, and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel.
And we're not going to people that can't hear us and that can't understand us. The Lord said, go to your people first. First and foremost, go to the 12 tribes of Israel. Go and talk to them. Right? Read on.
Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Yeah, the Lord said you go to the so-called white man, you go to the Chinaman, you go to the Arab, and they're quicker to hear you than your own brother that live next door to you. The brother living next door to you, he want to rob you and steal and not hearken to your words and think he know better than you or try to be flyer than you and all these things, right? Your own brother. But the Lord said that the Gentile will be quicker to hear than our own brothers and sisters, right? Read on.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me.
The Lord say, even though we come out here and we preach this word, the Lord knows that the majority of our people aren't going to listen to us because they won't even listen to the Heavenly Father. Right? Read on.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted.
Yeah, our people are impudent and hard-hearted. And again, your heart is your mind. So the Lord is saying we're impudent and we're hard-headed Negroes that don't want to hear nothing right, don't want to do nothing right, and don't want to get no better. Right? Read down now.
Behold, I've made thy face strong against their face, and thy forehead strong against their forehead. As an adamant, harder than flint, have I made thy forehead.
Yeah, but this is what the Lord do to the spirit. The Lord said he made us harder than the wicked. The Lord said he made us stronger than the wicked because the wicked is bold. The wicked will come out in a G-string and like some socks, and their head is like orange and blue, and they come walk outside like everything is fine, like they right, like everything is good. The Lord said just like the wicked come out and be proud and strong in their wickedness, the Lord saying the righteous should be able to step out and come out strong in their righteousness. Right? Even stronger. Right? What you holding out? The Romans? Yeah, read up 13 to 17.
Romans chapter 10, verse 13. Verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Yeah, we hear this in the churches. This is one of the ones they love to use in the churches. Whoever call upon the name of the Lord is going to be saved. But there's more to it than that. You just can't call upon the name of the Lord and you save instantly. You gotta listen. You got to get some instruction. You got to get some knowledge, right? You got to eat down this law, these commandments and statutes. It's not that simple as just he that confesses the Lord is going to be saved. You got to know how to be saved, right? Even in America, even in the land of your enemy, you got to know how to be rescued, right? Read on.
Verse 13, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. How then shall they call upon him in whom they have not believed?
Yeah, man, the Lord said we got to call upon the Lord to be saved. But how could you call upon the Lord and nobody's bringing it out right? How could you call upon the name of truth and the churches is lying? Right? How could you call upon the Lord and you don't know the Lord? Right? Read that again, huh?
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
So it got to be brought out. It has to be brought out, right? Because it's not being brought out properly. It's not being brought out right. Right? Read down.
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
How are they going to hear unless brothers and sisters stand up? Again, a lot of brothers and sisters, they don't want to be a preacher or a priest or a minister, right? Most brothers and sisters growing up, what they want to be? They want to be a basketball player. You know what I mean? They might want to be a politician, right? Nobody say they want to be a priest or they want to stand up so they can lift their people up, right? Most people don't say that, but the Lord is saying we need brothers and sisters like this, right? Read what you got on.
In Romans chapter 10, verse 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? How shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent?
Yeah, they can't preach unless they be sent. So again, how could Joel Osteen teach you your history and teach you about the Most High? How could Joyce Meyer tell you those things? The Lord didn't send them. The preachers and the priests are coming out of the 12 tribes of Israel. These are the people that the Lord is lifting up to bring back his word into the earth. Right? Read down now.
Verse 15. And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace.
Yeah, man. The Lord says it's a fly thing to stand up for your people, for your nation, and to bring out the words of truth. The Lord says it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But again, most people, they don't want to do this. Right? Most people, they want to, you know what I mean? They want to be a baseball player. Or they want to be an accountant or whatever. You know what I mean? Nobody's thinking about our people as a nation, and nobody's thinking about the Most High, and nobody's thinking about Christ and truth and sincerity, right? They're listening to everything else, right? Read on.
And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace, and bring glad tidings of good things. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah says, Lord, who have believed our report? So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
The Lord say faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High. But who has believed our report? They say, nah, Negroes, they come out, nah, it don't go like that. It go like this. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't have to keep the Sabbath on Saturday. I'm going to keep it on Sunday. Nobody don't believe our report. Right? Read that one more time out.
Verse 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah saith, Lord, who have believed our report?
Yeah, who has believed our report? Again, they believe in America. They believe in the money that they could touch and hold, but nobody believes in the Heavenly Father. Right? Read on.
So then, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
Yeah, man, the faith cometh by hearing, and hearing comes by the word of the Most High. And again, our people aren't being fed right, because the churches are teaching lies, your grandfather's telling you lies, your mother and your father, they don't know, right? So the Lord say, who believed our report, right? Faith comes by hearing, right? But brothers and sisters aren't paying attention, right? Pick up what you got out. Revelation 2:7.
Revelation 2 and 7.
This is what you get if you do it here. This is what the Lord is offering up if you do understand, right? Read what you got.
He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church.
Because again, everybody got 2 ears on their head, but not everybody pays attention. Not everybody tunes in. Not everybody understands, right?
To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the tree of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of the Most High.
Yeah, man, understand. The Garden of Eden, those things are real. The Garden of Eden we know today to be Jerusalem. That the Lord, he got it as a desert now. But the Lord saying he's going to open back up that tree of life. And we're going to be able to eat from that tree of life and live. Right? Read the 11th verse. If you listen, if you hearken, right?
Revelation 2 and 11. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
You understand, the Lord said you got a spiritual ear. If you love the Lord in these things and you're trying to understand your Creator, the Lord's saying he's going to give you life, right? He's going to let you overcome, right? Read this. Read the 13th verse.
Verse 13. I know that. Verse 17. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth.
Yeah, so this is what the Lord has given up to the brothers and sisters that hear and that do his laws, commandments, and statutes, that hear and believe. The Lord is saying He's going to give you a new name, right? And he's going to and you're going to be able to live in his kingdom when this kingdom of America falls. Read the 29th verse.
Verse 29. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church.
So you gotta hear. You can't just hear with your spiritual ear. I mean with your physical ear. You can't just see things with your physical eye. The Lord said you gotta do these things spiritually, right? Yeah, we hear what CDC is saying. We hear what Joe Biden is saying. We hear all these things, but we're listening to it with the spiritual ear. We're watching these things with a spiritual eye. We're not just gonna believe everything these people tell us. We're gonna match these things up with the Bible and with the prophecies that the Lord gave us, right? And then we're gonna move on.
Psalm 78 and 1. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old.
Read those two verses again.
Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth.
Yeah, incline your ear, humble up, bow down, listen to the words of the Most High, because you're not humble enough to me, so to speak. You're humble enough to the Heavenly Father, because this is what the Heavenly Father will have you do, is to walk in his laws, commandments, and statutes, and not in the Constitution and in the ways of America, but in the spiritual ways of the Most High. Right? Go ahead, read 1 and 2 again.
Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old.
Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bring these things to light. We're going to open our mouth in a parable, and we're going to utter dark sayings of old. What's a parable? A parable is when you use something that's in the earth that everybody can understand. You know what I mean? To explain something going on in the heavens. Just like Christ, he brought out the seed and the sower. Right? Everybody should understand how a seed and a plant grow on these things. But he's telling you about spiritual things by using earthly things that you can relate to. And the dark saying. What's a dark saying? A dark saying is something that's not easy to understand until another brother might come by and he sheds some light on it so that you can understand that dark saying. Right? Read what you got. Matthew 13, 9 to 16.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, so not everybody's going to understand this. So only the brothers and sisters who is given to is going to understand this Bible. Not everybody's going to pick up this Bible and understand these parables and these dark sayings of old. Right? Read on.
He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath from him, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away.
Yeah, man. If you don't got no knowledge, no wisdom, and no understanding, the Lord said everything you guys going to be taken away from you. If you got some understanding, knowledge, and wisdom, and faith in Christ, the Lord said more is going to be given to you. You're going to grow. You're going to flourish. Right? Read down.
For whosoever hath to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not.
Yeah, because they're looking at things carnally. They're looking at things for the face value. They're accepting the things that even their enemies tell them. They accept it like it's the truth. The Lord is saying you got to check these things out with a spiritual eye. You got to listen to these things with a spiritual ear, and you got to compare them to what the prophecies in the Bible say, right? And you got to compare them with the truth that's coming out of this Bible, right? Read down.
Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of the day, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand.
So understand, the way our people is right now in gross darkness, the Lord said that we was going to be this way. He prophesied these things way before these things happened, that we was going to be here in America, and that we was going to be in gross darkness. The Lord said the whole earth is in darkness. But us, the people that was in captivity and slavery in North America, South America, the Caribbean belt, You Negroes and you Hispanics and you people of Native American descent, the Lord said you was going to be in gross darkness. Most of you don't even know where you came from. They'll say, I came from Africa. What part? You don't know what part of Africa you came from. You're in gross darkness. You go to the European, you go to the Chinese, you go to everybody else, they say, this is where I'm from, right? But the Lord said our people is in gross darkness, right? Read what you got.
St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 14. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross.
Yeah, their mind is waxed gross. Our mind is dark. Our mind is lost, right? Read on.
And their ears are dull of hearing.
Our ear is dull of hearing. You'll tell them the truth about the Lord. You tell them the truth about their history. You tell them the truth, and these people, they act like you lying to them, or they don't want to hear it, and they run away from it, right? Read on.
And their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
This is what we want. We want to open our people's eyes, open up their hearts, open up their ears, so they could truly understand, and they could be converted to change their life, right? To change their whole life around. Right? What verse is that on? 16? Read.
Verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear.
Blessed are the brothers and sisters that wake up to the truth. Right? Come down to the 34th verse.
St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 34. All these things spake Christ unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world.
That's what we bringing out. Like I brought out earlier, the brother was bringing out Genesis 1, how the Lord made the foundations of the world. The Lord said he was going to open these things up in the last days. He said he was going to take the seals off the book through Christ, right? Through that Lion of Judah. The Lord said he was going to open these things up, right? Let me see that. The Revelation 5:5. Read that one more time.
St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 35. That it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world.
Hold it. Read what you got on.
Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
So this thing is opened up now. This thing is opened up. We can see these things now, but people still don't want to pay attention, right? People feel like it's something better to look at, like it's something better to occupy your time with, right? Read what you got out.
St. Matthew chapter 13, verse 36. Then Christ sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity.
Yeah, man. The tares is the wicked. The good seed, that's the wheat in these things. And the Lord, he opened these things up to them because they didn't understand it to him. He brought them out in parables. And then he took everybody didn't know these things. He took his apostles and his disciples to the side, and he opened up these things and showed them the truth and the breakdown of these things, right? But not everybody understand these things. What you holding out? Let me get Psalms 49, 1-4. I'm going to have to close off with this one, right? Yeah, 1-4.
Psalms. Psalms 49:1. Hear this, all ye people, give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world.
Yeah, but again, our people don't want to hear this. But this is what you need to hear if you want to be saved from this coronavirus, if you want to be saved from what's going on in Afghanistan and all these wars that's popping up. This is what you need to be listening to, right? Read on.
Both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding.
No matter who you are, whether you're a king sitting up on in a mansion, or if you're a poor guy sleeping on the street, the Lord said everybody need to hear this thing, right? Read on.
I will incline my ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the heart.
Yeah, man, I'm going to incline my ear to a parable. I'm going to listen to these things. I'm going to break these things down. I'm going to try to understand these dark sayings so that I can live and so that I can lift my people up. Right? Read on.
Wherefore should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity of my heels shall compass me about?
Yeah, man, if you know the truth, you're not going to fear the days of evil. If you're standing on the right side, you're not going to fear the things that these devils are bringing out. Right? Read on.
They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to the Most High a ransom for it.
So understand, it's not through possessions and wealth that you're going to save yourself from America or from the wars that's coming to America. It's not going to be through money or any of these things. It's going to be through fear in the Lord, right? Brothers united in Christ, Shalom.